Hey, I'm Daphne, and this is the production breakdown for two videos. Videos? No. Videos. Songs. And this is the production breakdown for two songs, the start of a mixtape, and I don't watch trailers because they oversell and give away the whole story. Let's get into it. So the sound at the start of this mixtape is actually something I'd never done before, but I'd figured out that one of my plugins has like a little keyboard thing at the bottom of the EQ, so you can see what the notes of the EQ are, and I wondered if I could push them up, if I could turn them into chords. So I found this white noise crackle kind of sound, and then I just resonanced up every note in the chord that I wanted. And it sounds so cool! If I move it around, it'll be different chords. And so I did that for just a bunch of different chords that I wanted to use, and then I just chopped them into this chord progression. I did put a little bit of bit crush kind of sound up the top. Bit of that. Underneath that, I just layered a completely bit crushed version that I just chopped in occasionally. I also really wanted to have everyone who'd been a part of the Daphne project and helped it do something in any way be a part of this, and I wasn't really sure how to do that for a while, but then I had the idea of like, oh, I can all say Daphne and I'll make it like quiet, like whispers and stuff. So I've got like more than 60 people in here just saying Daphne a billion different times.
Daphne.
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 That automated up Endless Smile, which does this,
Daphne.
and it ends with me. So the main thing for this track, I just wanted to be like textural, production heavy, and then it ended up being more of a song than I originally planned, but I wanted it to just be a bunch of cool sounds that fit together and be like, oh shit, this is gonna be the thing that Alistair's doing. So I think I started with this bass after that. With nothing on it, it's a bit more boring. So I distorted it, put some wobble on it, and a bit of EQ. Then I chucked it up an octave. It's a bit glitchy too. Under that, I came up with this drum part. That groove before I chopped it up was this. So I made it all crunchy. Then just went crazy on it. After that, I wanted to feel like just like a sort of pad drone note kind of sort of sound. And this is what we got. Had this. Just pressing literally one of these buttons. Put chorus on it. Put cassette on it. I wanted this to go for a while because I really liked that drum groove feeling as well. So to maintain interest, we had the guitars come in halfway through. Just doing another drone kind of thing. Put up a third. And that's the Endless Smile doing that reverb there as well. It felt kind of empty without having a melody on top, and I didn't really want to sing over it because I liked that space that I had created. So I got this fella again, the organelle, played in some loose little melodies around. So this is this. Just kind of ambling. Not super in time. Altogether though, I think it sounds great. So after that we get into the singing bit. The bass keeps going, but it's sort of a bit less subby because we've got an actual sub that comes in. There's my sub under it. We've got the main vocals.
And they're gone in a second flash. Wanted to know the reason, but you couldn't ask. Cause you're long breath, but they're all out of conscience.
Heaps of autotune. I made this vocoder, but I kind of did it in like, not really a vocoder-y way, because normally you play in keys and then that comes out the notes, but that doesn't sound very good to me, and I'm not much of a keys player. So instead, I automated a pitch plugin called Little Alter Boy, this guy, and I just automated it to do this.
Only talk by email correspondence. Cause you're long breath, but they're all out of conscience. So settle down and serve your sentence. Couple years to regain all your independence.
Altogether, that last part.
So settle down and serve your sentence. Couple years to regain all your independence. And just like that, they go right back to none. And then a face you used to see quite a lot.
So the next section I wanted to really pull back and start getting ready to transition into Sugarcoat because they flow into each other. So instead of having that high octave guitar pulsy thing, we've dropped it down and I've re-recorded it down the octave. Just chilling. And layered over the top of that to get more downward motion, I put in some guitar chugs. Just playing every bit. And this is really cool. I chucked that up the octave to get a bit more high end, but Logic's pitch stuff sometimes is weird with rhythms. I made this weird staggering thing, which I thought was cool, so I left it in. So it was like a Coldplay rhythm or something. I ended up chucking the bass up a few octaves to get this. And this as well. It slides up. I kept in all that background noise at the end of like the sliding because I think that all really helps with transitions and stuff. Now for the most annoying part of the song, and I knew people would hate this, and people haven't outright said it, but like I know they hate it because I would hate it. I have a billion alarms because otherwise I completely forget to do stuff. So this was all the alarms that I could record that didn't have like a melody in them because the melodies all kind of messed it up. So this is the alarms. Vocally, I wanted something that repeated but doesn't line up every bar. Normal music sort of is like very consistent, but this loops in an inconsistent way, so it wraps around in a strange sort of motion. Then it starts again. 1. And so it wraps around a bit. And it ends with,
"Oh my god, who's that? They're gorgeous."
And into Sugarcoat, because Sugarcoat is about seeing someone on the street and being like, oh my god, who's that? They're gorgeous. So put in the song. So that's the start of a mixtape. Let's get on to the next one.